Okay. 15A. Please forgive me for not being there. I have the Rona, so we're attempting to do this by video. First we have to draw each line and estimate the solution. We've got our two equations, and we have to convert these into Y-intercept format before we can graph them. So x plus y equals -1. We got to get our y by itself. So we subtract x from both sides and get y equals -x minus 1. And that's for that one. Then we have 2x plus y equals -4. Move our x over to isolate our y. Gives us y equals -2x minus 4. Now we can graph our problems here. We start with this one, our y-intercept, -1. And then our slope is -x, so we're going to go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. Our rise is -1, our run is 1. Break out my fancy schmancy Beauty and the Beast bookmark to go ahead and give us a line. Then our second line is y-intercept is -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our rise is -2, -2. Our run is 1. Bring it backwards. And you can keep going till you hit our point there where we intersect if you want to, or you can just draw the line and it'll cross. And here is our solution at -1, 2, 3, -3, +2. And that is our estimated solution. So now we're going to use the elimination method that we should have just learned with the video to eliminate x. So we're going to bring our problems down. X plus y equals -1. And 2x plus y equals -4. And there's no way to eliminate either of our variables. We have to get rid of a variable before we can solve. So we're going to have to convert one of these by multiplying by -1. We'll do it to our top problem to give us, let me draw a line here, bring this one down. X times -1 is -x. Y times -1 is -y. -1 times -1 is 1. Basically, it just flips our signs. Now we're going to add them. 2x minus x is x. Positive y minus y is 0. -4 plus 1 is -3. X equals -3. And there's our solution right there. And then, using the solution to number 2, substitute to find y. Pick your favorite problem. We can do either one. X plus y equals -1. Then we put our x in there, which is -3 plus y equals -1. Solve for y. Move our 3 over. Y equals 2. Put that there. There's our y. So we have solved -3 and 2. And you can put this in either problem and it should come out the same. I know, Perry Blue. It's very exciting. Let's move this up so we can see the bottom part. And it's just lather, rinse, repeat. We have our two problems. We're going to graph them. We've got to change them to y-intercept form before we can graph them. So we've got x plus y equals -2. We're going to isolate our y by moving our x. Y equals, this is my helper, y equals -x minus 2. She's just so happy to be a part. This is periwinkle blue. Then we've got our 3x minus y equals -2. We're going to isolate our y by moving our x. It's going to leave us -y equals -3x minus 2. We've still got to isolate the y. We've got to make it positive. So we're going to just flip all our signs by multiplying. Gives us y equals 3x plus 2. Now we can graph, which is really hard with a cat on your face. So we got -2, 1, 2, and then our slope is -x, so our rise is -1, run is 1. We can go backwards, get our line plotted out. Our intercept is +2. Then our slope is 3, rise 3, 1, 2, 3, run 1, rise 3, run 1. And that's our intersecting point down there. Get them lined up. And it shows our answer, our estimated solution is -1, -1. So put that over here, -1, -1. Now eliminate to find x. We'll have our x plus y equals -2. Then we have our 3x minus y equals -2. And if we add these up, because we already have one we can eliminate, there's a positive y and a negative y. Add x plus 3x, we've got 4x, that's 0. -2 minus 2 is -4, which gives us x equals -1. And then we check it with our solution right there, x equals -1. Then using the solution to number 5, we substitute to find y. Pick either problem you want. Let's pick the big one this time. We've got 3x minus y equals -2. Our x is -1, so 3 times -1 minus y equals -2. So this is going to make it -3 minus y equals -2. Move our -3 over by adding to both sides is -y equals 1. And then of course we've got to make our y positive. Y equals -1. And there's our solution. X is -1, y is -1. X is -1, y is -1. I know, Perry Blue. It's all very exciting. I love algebra too. Let's get the book moved over and make sure it's on the camera here. Kitty's helping. There we go. All right, same thing all over again. We've got our two problems. We need to change them to slope-intercept form. X minus y equals 5. Move our x over, we get -y equals -x plus 5. Got to change our signs so we can make our y positive. Y equals x minus 5. There's our first problem. 2x plus y equals 7. Move our x over. Y equals -2x plus 7. And there's our two graphable equations. Get our handy dandy bookmark out. So we start with our y-intercept. Sorry if it's hard to talk, I got a cat rubbing my face. -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then our slope is positive x. So we're going up 1 over 1, rise 1, run 1. And then we just get our bookmark out so we can line them up, make our line. Then our second equation is positive 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to put our point off the graph, and that's okay. Then our slope is negative 2 over 1, so we're going to rise negative 2. 1, 2, run 1. Rise negative 2, run 1. That should be enough to get us a, if I can quit getting bumped by this cat. Pear blue. There we go. And you can see that makes our estimated solution 1, 2, 3, positive 4 and negative 1. So use the elimination method to find x. Okay, we'll write our solutions here, or not our solutions, our equation here. X minus y equals 5 and 2x plus y equals 7. And they did most of the work for us because here's our negative y and our positive y. So that's going to eliminate itself, so we don't have to do that. X plus 2x, 3x, 7 plus 5, 12. So divide each side by 3. That's going to give us x equals 4. And there's our x equals 4 right there. So using the solution to number 8, substitute to find y. Pick either of your equations. X minus y equals 5. And so we substitute our x for 4. 4 minus y equals 5. Subtract 4 from every side. It's negative y equals 1. Change our signs to make y positive. Y equals negative 1. 4, negative 1. And we bring it down. And this time, we find our solutions without graphing. So we've got 4x plus y equals 6. Then we've got 2x plus 3y equals 18. So we've got to make one of these where they can eliminate each other. And I'm going to pick the top one to eliminate y. So I'm going to multiply both sides. Oops, I can't see. So I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 3. So that's going to give us negative 12x. Negative 3 times y minus 3y. Negative 3 times 6 is negative 18. And then our other problem, 2x plus 3y equals 18. I'm going to add these up. Negative 12x plus 2x is negative 10x. This eliminates to 0, and negative 18 plus 18 is 0. So we divide by negative 10 on both sides, and that gives us x equals 0. Because negative 0 divided by negative 10 is still going to be 0. Okay, then we plop our 0 into either one of these equations. Let's just pick the first one. 4x plus y equals 6. So 4 times 0 plus y equals 6. 4 times 0 is 0, so that leaves y equals 6. So our solution is 0, 6. And that concludes practice 15A. And you can thank my assistant, Perry Blue, for being such a tremendous help.